let me get this straight. You're telling me that you're in love with Teresa and you're gonna call off your wedding to Gwen?
That's right.
Wow. I mean, I know that you felt something for Teresa after you told me you kissed her, but I didn't know that it was this serious, that it had gone this far.
Neither did I, but it happened. And now I'm telling you, and Teresa's probably telling Luis.
Oh, Luis, God help us all.
Well, Teresa thinks she may be able to handle her brother.
Yeah, if she has good aim with a tranquilizer gun.
Teresa may be overly optimistic about how Luis will take the news that his sister's in love with me. You know, after all, I am a crane.
I know how he'll react. In fact, we'll probably hear the explosion all the way over here.
Aren't you being just a little melodramatic?
I wish. I mean, if Teresa tells Luis that you two are in love, it'll probably start World War III.
This is a concern that I'll have to deal with sooner or later. But what I'm really concerned with is Gwen. And how she'll react to the news that not only do I love Teresa, but that I'm calling off the wedding.
My guess is not well.
Sheridan, I'm really worried about her. I mean, I know she's going to be devastated no matter how I tell her, and I hate that.
I can see how hard this is for you. The spot you're in.
I haven't told Teresa, but it's been hell. It's just that I don't want to hurt anyone. But there's no way around it.
Gwen's going to be crushed.
You know, I love her. I really do. I mean, Gwen has been a part of my life ever since we were kids. And we always knew we'd get married and have children one day. And we're a good team. A good match. And Gwen is wonderful. And I couldn't ask for a better person to build a life with.
But now there's Teresa.
And she came out of nowhere. I mean, I didn't even see her coming. But we have grown so close these past few months. When we have such fun together, she makes me laugh. And she makes me see a part of myself that I never saw with Gwen.
But you love them both.
Yes, I love them both. Love Teresa and Gwen. It makes me feel like an incredible heel because of it. This happened. I mean, how could I end up being in love with two women? I mean, this isn't like me at all. At least, I never thought of myself this way. I mean, I've always been a one-woman man, and that one woman has always been Gwen.
Don't be so hard on yourself. You're a great guy, but you're also human. It's not as though you were chasing Teresa behind Gwen's back. Your feelings for her just sort of happened. It's no one's fault. Sometimes we can't control what's in our hearts.
This is going to crush Gwen.
Well, the wedding is only a week away. Gwen's going to be devastated.
It's just the last thing I wanted to do was to hurt Gwen.
If you're serious about calling off the wedding, I'm afraid you have no choice.
How do I tell Gwen that I'm calling off the wedding? I mean, I love her, Sheridan, and the last thing I want to do is hurt her. But I can't marry Gwen if I love Teresa too. I mean, I feel I'd hurt her more by being dishonest. You know, I can't enter into something as sacred as marriage, keeping this kind of secret from my wife.
No, you can't. But you're calling off the wedding to Gwen. Does she have any idea?
None. I tried talking to her and Teresa earlier, but she got called away when her father had a heart attack.
Oh, my goodness. Is Mr. Hotchkiss all right?
I don't know. I mean, I can't call their hospital due to their cell phone restrictions. I keep calling her at home, but all I get is her answering machine.
Poor Gwen. As if her father taking ill isn't enough bad news.
Teresa was suffering, too. I mean, she didn't know what I decided. So I went ahead and told her without Gwen being there. It seemed cruel not to.
Look, Ethan, please don't take this the wrong way, because I'm not being critical. I want to make sure that you're sure you're making the right decision. By calling off this wedding, it's going to have enormous ramifications.
I'm fully aware of that.
I mean, not only will Gwen be hurt, but both sets of parents and Alistair are going to be blindsided. I mean, the two families have been planning on this wedding since you and Gwen were children. They'll be up in arms if you call it off.
Right, but I can't let that affect my decision. You know, this is my life. It's my choice. Both families are just going to have to accept it. But right now, I'm worried about Gwen.
So long as you're aware of how serious the consequences will be.
I am. And I'm prepared to take them.
Look, just promise me one thing. All right? Before you call off your wedding to Gwen, please be absolutely positive that what's in your heart for Teresa is love and not lust or infatuation.
The truth is, I started to care about Teresa. And I couldn't bring myself to admit it, so I went into denial. I mean, I told her that I didn't love her and that I never would. Then she got so upset that she took off on her brother's motorcycle and wound up having an accident.
No.
But when I got to the hospital, they told me that the girl in the accident had died. It turned out not to be her. But before I knew that, when I thought Teresa was dead, and that I'd lost her forever, I realized that I couldn't deny the truth any longer. See, what I felt for Teresa wasn't lust or infatuation. It was love. And that's why I can't go through with the wedding to Gwen. Though I love her, I also love Teresa.
I wish there was something I could do to help.
You're helping me by listening to me and not judging me. I can't talk about this to anyone else.
Certainly not with our family. They'd have you in shock therapy by now.
Yes, with a psychiatrist waiting by in case it didn't take. Still, I won't make decisions based on what my parents and grandfather want. This is my life. I have to follow... Well, I have to follow my conscience and my heart.
I don't mean to add to your stress on this, but besides our family, did you ever consider Luis's reaction? Something tells me it's not going to be pretty.
Well, I can't worry about other people's reactions. And as I said, my main concern is Gwen right now. I have to tell her what's going on. And then I'll stand up for what I feel for Teresa with Luis.
Don't assume that Luis will just go along with your timetable. He's been like a surrogate father to Teresa ever since Pilar's husband disappeared. Once Teresa tells him that you're in love with her and that you're calling off the wedding because of it, he'll be like a bull seeing red. He'll go crazy. Who knows what he'll do?
Don't worry about Luis going off on me. I'll find a way to deal with him.
How? On a good day, Luis's hate for our family is like a smoldering volcano. When he finds out about you and Teresa, he'll erupt like Mount St. Helens did.
Not necessarily.
So you're taking my idea about the tranquilizer gun?
No. Actually, I'm going to use something more powerful on Luis. His feelings for you.
Feelings?
Come on, Sheridan. It's no secret that you and Luis are getting close again.
Yes, I guess we are. But still, how does that help you?
Well, if Luis cares about you, and Teresa and I both think that he does, then how can he think that all Cranes are evil, rotten people?
With the way Luis's mind works, I wouldn't count on it.
Okay, so there's no way we can predict what he'll do. So I'll just play the hand he deals me. But right now, my #1 priority is Gwen. I need to talk to her and tell her what's going on.
darling. It's your bride-to-be.
Gwen. Hi. So, how's your father doing?
I don't envy Ethan having to tell Gwen that he's in love with Teresa. And that he's calling off the wedding. I envy Ethan even less having to deal with Luis. Doesn't matter how close Luis and I are getting. When Teresa tells him that they're in love, he'll go berserk. And then he'll go after Ethan.